The dominant football clubs in Nepal are based in Kathmandu. The oldest and most traditional is RCT. Its glory years were in the mid-1970s, but they still have a loyal following in the centre of the city.
The people, they try to play from this club because this is a completely based on the local people. So they are very like to play from this team.
The most popular team in Nepal is MMC. The club's headquarters in Kathmandu are being rebuilt after they were destroyed by the earthquake. Considered the biggest team now, they have the national team captain, Anil Gurung, among their players.
All the
Nepalese football players hope that one day they could play for MMC Football Club. From Nepal, when we look around the world, the star players are playing for Real Madrid. So the Nepalese star players play for the MMC club.
But the recently crowned Nepalese League Player of the Year was previously considered one of the country's unsung heroes. Raju Tamang plays for the Nepal Army Club in his home city, Kathmandu.
This house here, this is where I was born. I was actually born here. When I was young, I used to come here every day and practice in this field. This was my training pitch, where I learned to play football. When I was young, playing with my friends, I didn't really wear shoes. I used to play barefoot most of the time, with my friends.
Tamang used to gather with his friends to watch football on a neighbour's television. He remembers FIFA World Cups as the most exciting times, when life would grind to a halt.
Actually, I was allowed to watch football in other people's homes. At the time, there used to be a huge crowd of people. I had to stand and watch from outside, from the veranda. It was on a small black and white TV, and due to the crowd, it was difficult to be relaxed and watch the games properly. Everyone used to talk about Maradona being the #1 player in the world, and I imagined that he must have been a great player. Then I thought, well, why can't I play like that? And that's what I used to try and do in training.
As an army member, Tamang served with the United Nations mission in Haiti in the aftermath of that country's 2010 earthquake. He was in Kathmandu when tragedy struck his home country last year.
When the earthquake hit, I was in my room watching a movie called Fast and Furious 4. The movie was getting to the car chase scene. Suddenly, the light went off, so I thought, oh, the electricity's gone off. When I got off the bed, suddenly everything started moving and shaking. The ground, the lot. I told my wife, who was very close by, that it must be an earthquake. She said it wasn't one, but then we were being shaken from side to side. I was frightened. In the end, we managed to get outside, and a huge amount of people had gathered. They were crying and shouting for help, because they must have had people they knew and family members dead. When I was young, I used to come to swim here in this river with lots of friends. And at that time, the river was very clean. Now, it's heavily polluted.
Winning the Player of the Year award last month earned Raju Tamang a cash prize equivalent of about $25,000. A life-changing sum of money.
That was great, and I was happy that it happened. My first thoughts were for my family. I come from quite a poor background, and I got prize money of 2.5 million rupees. On top of that, having that prestige was the biggest thing for me. And with that 2.5 million, I can secure my future. I can buy land in a nice place and build a house for my parents. I played football for so many years, and I felt that I hadn't done anything for my parents. But now, I've been given a great opportunity, and I feel that I can make use of that now. I'd like to say thank you very much for coming to look at the home where I was born. I'm really happy that you've been able to come and see it.